Greetings, Internet. Welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be my episode 26 of my playthrough of Into the Woods, The Battle of Shiloh by GMT Games, of the Great Battles in the American Civil War series. We're just about to see if Sherman gets any activations for, this is his second AM chip draw, and we'll see if any of his units will actually do anything at all. If you could like the video, that'd be much appreciated, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already and you like what I do. And as always, any comments will be much appreciated. That's enough of the housekeeping. Let's get down to the actual map. And there he is, Mr. Sherman himself. Now, Hildebrand was the only brigade that actually activated last time. Buckland's didn't, McDowell's didn't, and this was back in episode 15. Yes, at the time there's another brigade sitting over here which I hadn't realized, but Stuart's brigade, apparently he only gets 2 activations per turn until he joins back into getting command range of good old Sherman. However, on my alert roll, neither of these two or that brigade that I missed activated using the alert schedule. Now, last time I did this, I did not have the alert schedule available. Now I do. Here it is. So we're at 7 AM. It says roll for activations. Commands listed are alert and not in reserve at the start of the turn. So the 3-5 T is Hildebrand's. Oh, let me just bring it back up. There we go. So that's Hildebrand, 3-5T. And he rolled last time, I think it was a 5. Anyway, it was in this range here. Well, definitely wasn't a 9. So at least had 1 activation. We're now going to determine if he gets an activation, his second one, and he'll have to roll a 0 or 1 on the dice there. Then the roll for the remainder of 5th Division. We rolled a 5 for them, which puts them in that bracket as 0 activations. Now I rolled for the rest of the division. I'm not sure if I should have rolled per brigade. It doesn't really clarify it in there. It says commands. What is a command? Is that the whole division or each individual brigade? Let me have a look. But if again, the rules don't really help. It defines a command as a group of units commanded by a leader. This can be a brigade, a division, or a corps. Great. So when I look at, let's bring that table back up here. It says roll for 3rd Brigade, 5th Division, which we did, and this is roll for remainder of 5th Division. I would have thought if it wanted me to do by brigades, it would have said the remainder of 5th Division by brigade or something along that line. If that's wrong, if I missed an errata or something along that line, please let me know in the comments. But from that, which I did in episode 15, none of the other brigades activated. They rolled, I rolled a 5, which gave them 0 activations, which means that they don't activate under this chit. So the only one that can activate under this is Hildebrand's and Sherman himself. Now, his Hildebrand needs a 0 or 1 to get his second activation. So I've been using actual real dice because I prefer them to the feel of, I like it to be tactile, but I think with this roll, I'm going to bring that up on the screen. Let's see. So he needs a 0 or 1. He rolls a 4. Therefore, he does not get an activation. And effectively, they're done. So I'm going to delete that little, oh, not the whole counter, bring that back. There we go. I've got to delete that little thing. There, delete. So they get no second activation, so they're all done. I'm not sure if that means Sherman himself is done, but it says he activates whenever any units of his brigade, sorry, his division activate. No one else of his division is activated. So that was probably the shortest activation you'll ever see in the game. A die roll determined that Sherman is done. So I'm going to put that in there. That should be all. There's 3. Oh, and the one on the kepi itself. Let me bring up the draw pool. Where is the draw pool? No. Oh, right, there it is. There it is. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to bring that into there. That was his own last chit. So Sherman gets Nout. Okay, that could be the video title, isn't it? Sherman gets Nout. Anyway, drawing from here, and we get Cheatham. Cheatham. Well, I might as well do it. I think he's a reinforcement. Let me have a look. Okay, so Cheatham is part of Polk's Corps, and they are arriving in same hex. Yeah, they're coming in at the bottom of the map board there, and we have Johnson's brigade coming in first. Okay, so they come in anywhere from here. So we're going to start them there. Cheatham himself. I'm going to set these up and then continue. Okay, so that's some setup to come in. Seems strange that I can't actually set up in that road hex there. But that's the way it sort of works, unfortunately. Anyway, these are coming in. They are under advance orders. We can't go in march orders at the present moment. So, and they're part of Polk, so they're going to follow behind Clark's division. So they're moving along a road which, I believe from memory, is 1 movement point per hex because we're not in march order. Yes. Okay. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there you go. They're going to be right behind. Now, remembering that you can only have 7 increments if you want to use the in a hex in march order. Which way to turn it? There we go. So there has to be, there's 8 increments in there. So there has to be an extended line marker there. Let me turn that as well. Okay. And so these are following on behind. Yeah, he has an extended line marker too. So there we go. There we go. Artillery, or is there any more awesome cavalry? Well, that's a lot of cavalry. Okay, so we'll bring on 4.6 points of artillery in that hex. And now cavalry in march order is going to be 4 maximum. So again, that's going to be an extended. Let's just clone that to get the road bonus effectively. Okay. So they're on next, and they're on next afterwards. And we'll give them their first activation marker. A1 on Cheatham, and put Polk back on the road as he was. Yeah, that was a quick activation as well, wasn't it? So there's Cheatham. Where's the there we go. So that's their first. Okay, and we draw the next chit. Ruggles. Okay, let's go have a look, see what Ruggles is up to. The Ruggles is the 1st Division of Bragg's 2nd Corps. So yeah, let's get them moving. Okay, well, we know Ruggles has only got 2 activations. We look at the AM sheet. His efficiency, well, Bragg's efficiency was only 2. Therefore, we know that Ruggles, you see there's 2 here. That means there's only 2 in the AM pool, and this is one of them. But they know that Sherman's actually done. Well, they don't know, but I know. Anyway, so Ruggles division, we've got And so we want to get the attack going across into McDowell's units. And yeah, we know we've got this Shiloh branch, which looks like an absolute nightmare and travesty to cross. We want to get across there as soon as possible. Okay, so have a quick look at the sequence of play again. Remember, we've just drawn the AM. Change order phase. I think we need to keep moving as fast as possible, so we'll stay under advance. Don't need to worry about brigade organization. So in the action phase, we can move the whole. We've got to do it one brigade at a time. So we're going to activate Pond's brigade first of all. So they've got, most of these units have got 6 movement points. And as I say, we want to cross this Shiloh branch here as soon as possible, because we know they're going to have to take disorder checks to do so. All right, well, moving through this open ground here, this is only 1 movement point. So it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of these units are going to be a bit slower than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To cross into there is 1.5. So that's as far as he goes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.5. As far as he goes. Now, we're under advance orders. Is this a road or a trail? It looks like a trail. Okay, so that'll be 1.5 to there. And then if I wanted to use the trail movement rate, he would actually have to extend, which I could do now, but using the trail, which is the farm lane in this game, is half of the terrain in hex, minimum 1. So if he extends, because you remember we can only have 7 in the hex, he can move along that trail for 1. So we'll do that. So let me get the where's the extended column marker, because that will fall up behind him in a minute. So he's spent 1.5 to there, so there's then 2.5, and that will be behind him. 3.5, 4.5, 4.5. He could go there, in there. 4.5. Yeah, that'll be 6. But that means he's still got that behind him. For that to catch up will be in his next activation. So we'll take that clockwise. There we go. All right. Then this guy goes 1.5, 3, and he can follow the trail. He's only got 6 XP. 4, 5. Now technically he's still adjacent to that, which is part of that unit there. So that's all in one line. I think that's Pond done. Now, where do we want to move Pond to? So we will move Pond. He's got 10 movement points. 1.5, 3. I think it's 1.5 for these guys in the woods to move. Yeah, their command though is 2 per hex. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. And then we give him a nice nifty little A1 marker to say he's done. And we'll put the advanced marker just behind him to remind that's where they go. So that's the 1st division of Ruggles. No, 1st brigade of Ruggles division done. Right, so next up, we'll move a little bit of Anderson, shall we? Okay, so that's 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. Yeah, let's move underneath 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, and we'll have that unit on the top. We got this branch to consider as well. Okay, I'm just looking at it. There is a That is, oh, the target. That's actually a ridge there rather than the gully. So we're going to follow this around. So that's 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. Okay, 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. Technically, that one's still on top. So let's do the technicalities. Anybody else of that division? Sorry, brigade. Get my nomenclature correct eventually. So Anderson will move there and gets his little A1 chit. So he's had 1 activation. We know they're only going to get 2. Okay, then we've got Gibson's brigade. Now, we do need to cross this stream here. Stream being +1, is it? For infantry? Yes. So what is all their artillery? Oh, it's back here. Not much for that division. Oh, I just realised there's some cavalry here that belongs. No, that belongs to Gibson's brigade. Right, Anderson's advance marker needs to be near him to remind me that he's done that. Right, so we're going downhill. Now, this is where it's a little tricky. Is that classed as an open field or is that classed as the wood? It's a boundary hex. The majority of the hex is wood, so I'm going to class it as wood. That's 1.5. That's 3. Now to cross into there is 2.5. So that takes him to 5.5. That's as far as he goes. Now this chap, the 13 LA, what's LA? Louisiana? He's going to be following that road. So it's 1, 2, and then across that stream doesn't pay any extra. It's a ford. 3, 4. He can get in there or in the road. 5. Now we could move. In fact, we will move there for 6. Then this guy goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1 for the stream is 5. Now that hex is 50-50, so I'm going to treat that 6. There you go. Where is he? There he is. Gives him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to move him to there. His artillery, actually, sorry, it belonged to him, so it should have moved with him. So my bad, but we'll move it now anyway. So moving on this trail is half of the normal rate. Farm lane, minimum of 1. So it's 1, 2. Now the thing is, yeah, the only place this artillery can cross this nasty stuff is here and here. So it's going to try and cross it. Yeah, I think probably well, blimey, look at it. It's two fords there. And it belongs to Anderson. So it's Anderson's artillery. So that's probably the best place for it to cross. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure I press the right button. 5, 6, 7. Now, that's not quite true. It's half. I think I just cheated there. Farm trail is half other terrain in hex, a minimum of 1. Artillery in the woods is 3. So in actual fact, there is where they start. There's where they started. That was 1.5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To go into that heck, oh, that's still a field. That's fine. 8. All right, so that's as far as they can get. Still close for Anderson. Brad can't move. This cavalry should have moved for Gibson. Cavalry in the woods is 2. So that's 2, 4, 6. And cavalry in the open is 1, 7, 8, 9. Let's change his face. Okay, so that's them done. Ruggles now needs to move, and we've got to try and keep Pond, Anderson, and Gibson in command. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3 to where the cavalry is. He's only got command range of 6. Okay. Maybe he's there then. Pond. That still looks a long way for Pond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if he moves to there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Anderson easy. And then Gibson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just. Wow. Keeping this all together. Is there anything we've missed from that brigade? Sorry, division, Ruggles division. He now gets a nice little juicy A1 activation on him. And so does Gibson, to remind me that they've all had. And Anderson. So everyone's had 1 activation from that division. Remove all the move counters. Okay. So we did quite a few things in that turn. We're going to now draw the next chit and then end this video. Oh, we're bouncing up and down. There it goes. So we'll place Ruggles into, where's the CSA board there? So Ruggles comes off, and that's his first activation out of the 2. And we draw. It's back to Cheatham for his second, but that will be in the next video. Let's bring it back to the top and back to me. Okay, well, Sherman not getting any, well, Hildebrand not getting activations. It's a little bit of a problem there because he's been hit by Claiborne slightly in the flank there. We've already had the 53rd Ohio route, and the other Ohio regiment looking uncomfortable. Then we had Cheatham arriving on the actual field and getting straight up behind. We've got Cheatham Clark's division, so we might have a little bit of congestion, especially as Cheatham's still got, I believe, 2 more activations to go, and he's right up behind Clark already. So depends on, I'm not sure if Clark's got any further activations. I can't remember. And then we had Ruggles, who's approaching that stream, which looks particularly nasty to cross, but cross they must to be able to engage the rest of Sherman's division there. So yeah, so a fair bit happening. Now, as I said before, I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible. But I was trying to keep it at 20 minutes. But then there's going to be far too many. So I think this one might be, I'm not sure. I don't have a little watch keeping the timer on there. So this might be running in about the 20 minutes mark, about 30-minute mark. Who knows? But in the end of the day, I don't want an hour and a half. I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. So as I said at the beginning of the video, if you could like it, if you enjoyed it, press the like button. If you do like what I do and you enjoy it, please subscribe. Come and join me on the dark side. And yeah, any comments much appreciated. And again, that's the housekeeping part of this video done. But until next time, play games, have fun, and buy internet.